Hello, ranchers. Welcome in or welcome back. I am Animated Jenny, and I have some news for you about the game. So, if you're a ranch sim player like me, you've probably been waiting for any kind of news from the development team. So, the good news is that we have heard from them, and basically, they are still working on the game, which is good. There have been a lot of rumors, apparently, that the game has stopped development because we haven't gotten any news from them since earlier in the summer when they brought out the horse and tree update. So, what does this mean? It means that the game will be getting a roadmap, but unfortunately, the downside is we will not be having that roadmap yet. According to the devs, the biggest issue that people are having with the game is still a consistent amount of bugs. So their plans are to work on some of that and eventually come out and let us know what's going to be going on with the game. But in the patch notes, there is no date of any suggested time that they will be telling us what's going on. So while there's good news that the game has not been abandoned, people might not be very happy to hear we don't have a new roadmap like usual. Apparently, there were a lot of challenges with switching the system over to Unreal 5, and they're trying to work on that. They also have other ideas, but they're not telling us what they are right now. The dev team thanks everyone for their patience, support, and passion for the game. Basically, the reason they stated that these things are still being worked on is that since the game has been in development for 6 years and they've added a lot of new features, they still have some kinks to work out, and it can be complex. So that finishes the news portion of this. What would you all like to see added to the game? I personally would like to see the horse's eyes fixed because they're really creepy. I really like the horse models, but the eyes are just creepy. Let's go look at one real quick. Okay, here we go. This is the perfect time too because it's turning dark. Look at that. That horse is like,
Hey, you got some oat. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
nightmare fuel. I can see what they mean about needing some fixes. Look at that. Is that not creepy? And that's a baby horse. Another thing I would like to see implemented is if they could give us some ranch hands that we could hire. That would be really cool because it gets a little intimidating having hundreds of cattle or pigs or whatever. And sometimes you don't have a friend to hop on and help you. And I think that's where some of the glitches happen too, is just having a really large amount of animals and not enough time on the game to take care of it all yourself. So that would be a really nice improvement. Obviously, I think most people would like to see more animals brought into the game after they're fixing these bug glitches, and possibly more vehicles or more ways to be able to farm within the game would be cool too. When it comes to the glitches, I would also like to see them work on the pets a bit. I've had every animal that I've owned either die or run off on the game. They get stuck on corners or places in the house if you keep your dog or cat inside. I can understand them dying from lack of access to food. That makes sense. But the glitches with the dogs and cats, or them just kind of running off, kind of stinks. So I really do hope they improve on that. I also hope they give us a wider variety of dogs, and possibly cats as well. I'm sure they could bring an update where the dogs or cats could breed, in case you want to sell puppies or something like that. But yeah, just having a better way to call the dogs, or maybe like a leash kind of system would be great, where you can leash the dog or have a boundary you can set for your animal to stay in. I don't know, something to where you're not having all of your animals run off or die, because it's kind of sad to see your dog eaten by a coyote on the side of the road, you know, or your barn cat is just missing. So yeah, what would y'all like to see added to the game? What would you like to see fixed? I'm interested in hearing your opinions on this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe or like the video if you haven't done so already. And I hope to see you on the next one. Take care.